There's always some madness in love, but there's also always some reason in madness. My Beloved Oppressor took that concept and went, yeah, scrap the loving part. What about an insane male lead that literally hates his wife? And by hate, I mean despise to his very core. But still somehow has the most unhealthy obsession with her. This is Webtoon's most toxic romance. So we start off with the protagonist, whose dad, who was a monarch, got basically killed by her husband. The reason why he got close to her was so he could overthrow the government. He literally spent 2 years gaslighting her, making her fall in love with him, plotting against her family, while he secretly despised her, just so he could start a revolution. Like, dude, that's some reverse Flash level hating. And the thing is, he doesn't even really have a reason for hating her. The bad person was the monarch, her dad. He really just hates her by proxy, just because she's associated with the man he hates most. And the way he treats her just because of that is so bad. Because when she asks for a divorce, he's like, no, I want you to be miserable. How dare you try to be happy elsewhere? I want you to suffer just as bad as I did. Dude. And the worst part is, I saw some people who said, oh yeah, I need me a man like this. You need what? What you need is psychological help. Like, how is this attractive to some of y'all? That's just straight up abuse. Oh, and the psychological damage that was done to her. She's basically hated by her entire country. So naturally, she doesn't want to go out. Because they only ridicule her and basically make her the villain. So guess how he responds? If you don't go out with me, I will put you into an insane asylum. And the thing is, he makes the threat multiple times. She doesn't want to eat, I'll send you to a mental ward for an eating disorder. You know, just normal relationship things. And at first she was like, he just fell out of love, I can make him love me again. Dude, are you delusional? He got your dad. And he only keeps you by his side because he's actually obsessed with you. Because he saw you as a kid and fell in love with your beauty, I guess? She literally starts to take so many pills because of the stress. And there are multiple occasions where the story alludes to her wanting to, you know what. And the husband knows that. But he doesn't change. He actually gets worse. He's like, whenever Annette goes anywhere, I always get notified. Like, look at him, he's actually spying on her. Talk about controlling. He then acts all concerned when she has to take her pills. Are you schizophrenic? You made her this way. And not even 5 minutes later, he again is like, you must feel the same despair that I felt. Okay, edgelord, we get it. You had it bad. Boo-hoo. She then literally gets shot and loses her baby. Can we maybe give her a break? The amount of trauma she has to endure just because she exists is insane. No wonder she's at her breaking point. And I've read a lot of people say, but she isn't innocent. Her willful ignorance makes her responsible. No, ignorance doesn't make her a culprit. And even if it did, she didn't deserve this much. And he constantly says stuff like, and in all those times you crumble, I'll stand by your side. Like, get a load of this guy. And obviously all this completely mentally breaks her. And she tries to, you know what, multiple times. And this is when he finally realizes, oh, maybe I shouldn't have treated her like complete garbage. Oh really? Are you trying to reflect now? So then he lets her divorce him. And then this manhwa does something that I absolutely despise. It tries to justify this man's actions by trauma dumping backstory on you. And the worst part is, the backstory is 10 chapters long. That's literally half of the story up until now. Let me just give you one piece of advice. If you need 10 chapters to justify a character's actions, maybe it's because they can't be justified. In that backstory, it's revealed that the reason he hates her is because after he got tortured, is that the protagonist wasn't sad enough that his colleagues died. By the way, she didn't know them or about how they died. But her saying my condolences was enough for him to go, you must be held accountable. I want to see you. I admire you. I resent you. I despise you. How do you take 10 chapters and still fail at making his reasons understandable? Okay, this was just messed up. This is not a romance manhwa. This is just a psychological thriller. I heard it gets better, but I feel like reading any more would be considered self-hate. So if you have any bad or interesting manhwa suggestions, please comment down below. I'm giving this a 3 out of 10 psychological breakdowns. I mean, this is proof that Thanos should have snapped twice.